bode well for you or for the rest of us, really. It just turns into a shouting match.
All she has, because she has not looked into who I am or what's gone on with.
I don't need to look into. Well, look. Yesterday. Where was it? It was yesterday. She turned around and said to me, I need to research my enemy. Yeah. So I researched my enemy, and the first thing that came up was her dead dad.
Oh, Becca.
So, like, what do you want me to do? And I figured out why you're so obsessed with Danny, isn't it? Because your dad's name was Danny, isn't it, Voldemort? That's why you're obsessed with Danny. You got this weird obsession, like it's weird. But anyway,
I didn't know that.
yeah.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah. But let me keep the smoke for later.
With my children, she's jumped on a bandwagon with paedophiles, knows she's fucked up, and now all she does is go to my dead dad and kids.
Bode well for you or for the rest of us, really. It just turns into a shouting match.
All she has, because she has not looked into who I am or what's gone on with.
I don't need to look into. Well, look. Yesterday. Where was it? It was yesterday. She turned around and said to me, I need to research my enemy. Yeah. So I researched my enemy, and the first thing that came up was her dead dad.
Oh, Becca.
So, like, what do you want me to do? And I figured out why you're so obsessed with Danny, isn't it? Because your dad's name was Danny, isn't it, Voldemort? That's why you're obsessed with Danny. You got this weird obsession, like it's weird. But anyway,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah. But let me keep the smoke for later.
With my children, she's jumped on a bandwagon with paedophiles, knows she's fucked up, and now all she does is go to my dead dad and kids.
Bode well for you or for the rest of us, really. It just turns into a shouting match.
All she has, because she has not looked into who I am or what's gone on with.
I don't need to look into. Well, look. Yesterday. Where was it? It was yesterday. She turned around and said to me, I need to research my enemy. Yeah. So I researched my enemy, and the first thing that came up was her dead dad.
Oh, Becca.
So, like, what do you want me to do? And I figured out why you're so obsessed with Danny, isn't it? Because your dad's name was Danny, isn't it, Voldemort? That's why you're obsessed with Danny. You got this weird obsession, like it's weird. But anyway,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah. But let me keep the smoke for later.
With my children, she's jumped on a bandwagon with paedophiles, knows she's fucked up, and now all she does is go to my dead dad and kids.
Yeah, like, fuck. None of us have ever done anything to the levels of what Esau have done. Yet you're obsessed with us. Esau, on the other hand, you're terrified of, aren't you? You are terrified of Esau. On that note, big up in the super chat. Another 1999 from our Athena. She put, "We are family. Hey. Hogshead trolls." Oh, wait, let me think that through. We are family. Hey. We've got all the Hogshead trolls with me. No, that doesn't fit. We are family. Hey. I've got Hogshead trolls all with me. No, one more time. We are family. Hey. I've got all Hogshead. No, I've got Hogshead trolls. I've got all Hawkstead trolls with me. I've got all Hawkstead trolls with me. That works. We are family. Hey. I've got all Hawkstead trolls with me. Hey. Fucking finally, big up. Getting dry mouth then.
So it's just turned 7 o'clock in the morning. But obviously for me to be making this video, I've already had this engagement with ChatGPT, which already was based upon the information that I was sent during the night whilst I was asleep. So we're just going to clarify what's going on. Can you imagine what this is like after so many years of men mostly being obsessed 24/7 and just knowing every single morning I'm just waking up to a tirade of abuse and what I missed whilst I was asleep, this day in, day out. It doesn't matter if it's your birthday, if it's Christmas, if you're sick, if someone's died, it doesn't matter. This never fucking ends. But now, rather than it being the likes of Phantom and DJ, who's only a couple of days, like he may well come back, he's disappeared for months. People have disappeared for months, even years at a time, and come back, because once you're involved in this shit, you can't get away from it. That's the point, isn't it? Doesn't matter if you were involved 10 years ago. When the shit hits the fan, your part to play is going to become apparent, isn't it? So this is why nobody can leave it. It's never just left, and everyone having a go at me for still being here, still going, I'm just surviving still. You're all still attached to me because you know what you've done. That's the problem. But can you imagine after all of these years when it's just quieting down because everybody else is getting wise to the fact this is a really big fucking serious legal situation. We've got the demented old Babs who's just spiraled like spectacularly over the past few years, as far as I'm concerned. The just brazen lies, hypocrisy. I mean, but this is so normalized. Nobody addresses anything that's ever been, I don't know, because it's the whole arena is based on deceit and lies, isn't it? And this is where you're now coming unstuck, because you only thought about how that would work if you get to do it to the target. You obviously thought that you'd always be in this position of control where there's so many of you, and you've got all the tools, you've got all the buttons. You've got all the money, you've got all the incentives, you've got all the drugs, you've got all the resources, so logically it would make sense that of course you can take out 1 or 2 people if you target them. Of course you should be able to do that logically at that point, but you weren't thinking about all of the tools that we would then acquire, and also the beauty in not having a lot of people around you, because there's very little that you can go to manipulate or to use against me. You know, when the only other person that you care about that much is in the same boat as you, and you've got this mutual understanding, this is just the situation that we're in. We've got no choice in it. So you've not got the power over doing anything to either of us to hurt the other one. We know what this situation is. We know what to expect. And it's not because we're like, oh, look at us, we're martyrs. Like, we just fucking got no choice. We've been targeted. We've just had to figure out the game or die, basically. So here we are. Okay, sorry we didn't die, but we're going to continue to not die, and the truth is going to continue. Well, the truth is already out. That's the beauty. Now we're just left with the fallout, really. Because I mean, the original gang's not really as insistent at the moment, are they? They're trying. There's like real weak ass moments of just that's pretty much the effect is having any of this shit like Wavy turning up. He's just going, nah. That's what he's like. Dad's coming along. All I've got to do is just play the video of you threatening us. So this is where we're at. Like, you've already submitted your characters to the fucking internet. I don't need to keep telling you what you are. You've showed us, okay? So you can keep trying to tell everybody what I am, but I can also show what I am. So at that point, I'm not losing any sleep. I'm not going to pretend that this is okay or a nice feeling, especially at this point in time. Now, again, let's think back to only last night. Daz, the sadistic piece of shit, who I do believe is a paedophile, and that's why he's flapping so much. Helen Jane's BFF, or one of the only people that's left on the Titanic with her. Mocking now my post-traumatic stress. I mean, that's a new, like, he's actually mocking. I can't be asked to get the comment up. I don't know if it's there in the live stream from last night. So you've got, oh no, I did, because I sent one so I've got that one. Hang on. Yeah, because Helen as well about the McDonald's. I mean, how sick is that? Why would you risk it? Why would you risk it? If children have said that why would you risk it? This is the whole thing. You wouldn't touch these subjects unless there's something eating away at you. You wouldn't touch these subjects. You certainly wouldn't chase the people that have been targeted by everyone around it. You would stay well the fuck away, like most of their friends and family have over the years. Do you know what I mean? You just get the fuck out of there. I would if I could. I can't. I'm me. Do you know what I mean? I've got no choice. No, I wouldn't really. Because how can you? This is what I don't get. How does anyone survive in this world knowing that this shit's all going on and you've got children? Then you're putting them in school where you've got no. For me, you're just all walking around. I don't know how you cope. Is everybody just so traumatized? The second that your child's I can remember each and every stage of trauma setting in throughout my entire life. Now that is some catalogue, and being able to actually isolate it, verbalize, articulate, whatever, and deal. I can remember so clearly stages of trauma setting in because of stupid things that we're told to do to our children. It's so bad, and I'm sure lots of other people can as well. We're like, well, everyone does it. No, that's really stupid. Isn't that, was it lemmings? Yeah, jumping off a cliff or whatever. Don't do that. It's just not a good idea because someone said so. It's just so stupid, isn't it? Yeah, but no, we shouldn't be sending our children to school. There's so many reasons for that. But anyway, we're going to deal with this one this morning, which we shouldn't have to. That's the point. That's the point. You can't taking the piss out of my post-traumatic stress that you've created. That is so fucked up. That's so fucked up. A man that's chasing me 24/7 to violently threaten me, to tell me that he's going to destroy anything that I dare do, along with these other sadistic cunts like Helen and Babs, just mocking as well. I've now got a physical reaction, and I reiterate, it's not fear. It's just a physical response now. This is just, ask anyone who's had anything happen. Like, anybody, it's traumatic to be taken out of your environment and not know where you're going. Do you know what I mean? It's not that I'm scared of it. It's just, that's a massive inconvenience because nobody else can carry on what I'm doing for a start. Thank God I've got Jake, so like it can keep ticking over. Do you know what I mean? But there's certain things that I'm doing that only I can do, and I know that. So that's a fear for me if certain things aren't finished. But I mean, we're even past that now. So obviously there's loads more I'd love to finish, and of course, ultimately this is about getting back to my children, but this isn't even a selfish thing. The first concern is that my children are safe and that they've got a future in the first place. Whether it's with me or not is secondary, But to be fair, I think everybody should be thinking that way about their kids at least. I'm pretty fucking mortified at what I've seen of how selfish people are regarding their children, actually. You've got a mixture of selfish and narcissism anyway, no, I'm not going to get into that now. But anyway, Donna and Babs, this is so terrible. You've now, where I'm not waking up to necessarily a load of men, I've now got creepy old ladies. So she's changed it again to everyone hates her. I wonder who she's talking about. And she's using the IDF woman that I use. And I use her specifically because of my own story, not just to be violent or aggressive. It's a specific situation that I've got. So there is a depth to why I use that woman in particular in my stuff. Okay, so I can explain, if I need to, I can explain what I do. I'm not just impulse reacting like you fucking morons have been 24/7 for how many years? I did for a long time. I fucking did for a long time. Do you know what I mean? It's very hard not to when this is going on. It takes a hell of a lot of self-control to learn to not keep reacting in the moment when it's always happening in the moment. That's hard work. A lot of hard work. It's hard work to not come and find a lot of you. To not come directly to a lot of places is very much difficult. Very, very difficult. It wouldn't be hard at all, would it, for me to come straight to some people? And I've literally, there's no fear there. Trust me on that one. It's just, I know you're not worth my lost time for doing that. Not only just getting to somewhere, but potentially what may come of that situation, so it's not worth it to me. So everyone's saying I'm scared of it. It's nothing to do with that. I'm just smarter than that. Okay, I need to get a job done properly, and it will do now. There's no you're not going to get away with this. Okay, so restreaming is not the same as stress. So you're doubling down again when it's an obvious one legally. YouTube literally give you the button to share it. You're promoting somebody else's, essentially that's what you're doing. You're promoting somebody else's stream. Jupiter said on a million occasions, yeah, do stream it, make me famous, make me that's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm entitled to write my little post, but there's a share button there for a reason. So if you've got an issue, why are you talking shit about me and lying about me? Why don't you go to YouTube and take it up with them? If you don't think we should be able to share other people's stuff, Donna and Babs, go and take it up with YouTube. But YouTube says that we can. Michaela's asked me herself to do it. So you go and lie to her, then double down and tell me that incorrectly that statement that you've made that's not the case. It's not considered the same thing. Sharing somebody's stream is totally different to restreaming her broadcast live. I have done that in periods whilst mixing, but that falls under fair usage given the context in which I'm doing it. Go and talk to a solicitor, you silly cunt. So you've just done it again, more defamation. So you've made an actual other stream on top of it. So this is so clear for me to now just display the amount of fucking stress and hassle all these idiots on the internet are causing my life each and every day. For what? Why? You've got nothing else to do other than to make up that I'm doing something that I'm not, then to create streams upon it, then to add layers to it. All the while I'm blocked. This is highly illegal. And then if you come to my stream, you give me shit and make threats to me. And you think other people aren't going to be able to see that this is a massive gangstalking, targeting, harassment situation here. We're just going to leave it to everybody else, aren't we? But clearly, this is so easy for solicitors now. So that is really where I'm going to invest my time. I'm just going to write to a lot of solicitors now. I might even just go ahead and do another crowdfunder. Why wouldn't I at this point? That's what they're there for. Do you know what I mean? I might actually just go and do that. I can go back to the first one and probably just snap my fingers and get the internal one initiated. Especially given all this, you know, it's just time, isn't it? And I'm just not about the money. But at this point, what have you given me on a plate again? It's like you're begging me. It's like you're fucking begging me. So maybe that's just what we need to do at this point. It's unreal. You're so fucking dangerous. You're so fucking... The thing is that so much damage is done already. You know, for this nonsense going on 24/7, my life's destroyed, my family's destroyed, and then the knock-on effect is to what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. You've stolen from all the other people that I'm supposed to be able to, you know, use my life to help, which is what we're all supposed to do as human beings. It's not that I'm special, but that's what we're all supposed to do. I can't because you've stolen my life. You've stolen my time from my children, my sanity, my work, everything you've stolen from me, and you continue to do it. My reputation, everything, all day, every day. This is what I've got. You're going to fucking pay for it. You need to repent. You need to repent, okay? You need to talk to a fucking solicitor and sort your shit out. You are dangerous cunts. And of course, this is now getting very serious with YouTube's legal department, okay? And I've got no reason not to at this point. So you can call me names and you can call me a grass, or you can do whatever you want. I'm just going to do this the way that I need to do this to make sure that this fucking problem is dealt with. This is fucking disgusting. You're old ladies. What are you doing? Oh, yeah. And I think I did cover it. You are going to be held accountable for all the danger and harm you are putting some children in. Vile Nav. Yeah? Who? This is just so gross. So gross. Yes, capturing a live YouTube video and broadcasting it to other platforms simultaneously via software like is considered restreaming. But I wasn't doing that, was I? I wasn't doing that. You're jumping the gun. I shared her stream on YouTube. When I'm doing psychoanalyzing social media superstars and psychopaths, I use part, but that's well within the context of fair usage, isn't it? Plus, then it's Jupiter's responsibility if she's got a problem with it, not you lot to run around slandering and lying. That's clearly harassment. You're just sat waiting to take anything that you can and turn it into something to attack me with. That is clearly stalking and harassment. Malicious communications. There's 1,000,001 things that is falling under, you silly old bats. Again, don't take it from me. Go to a fucking solicitor. Called her out 3 times. No, you didn't, because it wasn't happening. It just wasn't happening, and I can prove it. My digital footprint will prove it. It wasn't happening. So you're just making these lies, and there was up to 200 people on this particular stream, but this is 24/7, and you're one person who's jumped in at the last minute when this has been going on for years with a fucking massive network of people. But it's just hurty words on the internet, isn't it, everyone? Absolutely vile. Just for anybody who's missed it. Unlisted is Lucifer Lashbrook, convicted for beating up his dog in public in 2019, I believe it was. His Mrs. Sabina died in the same house whilst he was trolling me. He continued to troll me that night to occupy his mind, according to him. He then went on to forget which year she died, which was only 3 years ago. And he burnt all of her paperwork, in case you missed that one, only a few months later. And that's how he knows that the passports could have survived the fire and 9/11 was all perfectly as they told us. That was just, honestly, so sorry. Yeah. So anyway, this was the day that I was 3 days, well, as you can see here, 3 days to go, 3 days to go. So she'd been telling me for months at this point that I'm going to prison. At this point, I was actually sectioned thanks to these bastards. Okay, so 3 days. They didn't know, though. I was continuing to live stream from inside. This is how not mental I am. I managed to pull this off, no issue whatsoever, and they let me go without anything, no treatment plan or whatever. Had a few nice sessions. I did actually let it out a little bit, let it out. I was allowed to cry and everything. That was nice, but just got straight back to it. I was still live streaming. These dickheads didn't know I was in the hospital. The hospital didn't know I was live streaming. Now, if I pulled that off 20, and I've got everything to prove it, haven't I? The live streams are still there. Okay, and this was going on. So whilst I'm in the hospital, already, well, you would say driven mad, but I just wasn't. They were trying to have everyone think that I'd been driven mad, but I hadn't. They're just so persistent. I was just annoyed a couple of times. The police turned up. I'm not going to lie. When it's happening 24/7, you're just like, they're doing my fucking head in. And then you've got everyone's names all over your wall. It's going to look a bit, whoa, I think she needs to talk to someone. I'm all right with it. So I went in, I talked to someone. They were like, yeah, you're not crazy. Clearly, you've got a massive fucking legal problem here and the police need to be dealing with this. Yeah, that's exactly what's been the general consensus for a while. So we're back to Kaylee not being sectioned. But anyway, back to what this was. How lovely these people are. So she sat there with Lucifer, who is basically my biggest hit. You can go and look at his website now, hidden in plain sight. Still there. I'm still Degenerate of the Month. I have been for about 5 years. I think Degenerate of the Month. I'm number one there. You can go and check it all out. I'm not making this up. This isn't all in my head. It's on the internet. And that's not in my head either. That's everywhere. That's everywhere. So that's a big deal. You can't escape that. You don't shut the door and go, whew, don't have to deal with that till tomorrow. No, not at all. But anyway, so Babs was like, yeah, I'm going to be in prison. I was like in my head, I'm like, I'm actually sectioned at the moment. You see the old cunt. But anyway, I got out of there again. Typically, it was the day that I was supposed to be in court, but that just allowed for so much documentation, didn't it? Emails from the hospital to the court regarding the ongoing situation. It does make for great storytelling, like retrospectively, doesn't it, really? But here she is anyway. This is who she associates with 24/7. And this was, October? But I mean, obviously, this has been going on for years on end now, so just is what it is. I'm just displaying what I'm dealing with all the time. Who these people are. Who these people are. Not who these people are. Who these people are. Who these people are. Who are these people? Who are these people? Who are these people? And what is stalking? So yeah, you can go check that one. Yeah. 2023, already for 4 years. Gary O'Brien says that I've been stalking Lyndon Walden and all the fellas. Brian Leroy Hansford, director of Advanced Demolition Southern. I just decided to go and find all these. And don't forget, like, he was anonymous, and then when he wasn't anonymous, he stopped bullying me. Isn't it funny how that works? Or trying to bully me. No, they did a really good job for a long time. Actually killed me psychologically, the cunts, they did. Nasty bastards, absolutely nasty bastards. But anyway, we are where we are. We're just gonna crack on with the day. Is what it is. But yeah, you might want to, are you going to do any public apology? No, you're probably just going to change it to something else. You're going to do another live stream about what a cunt I am because the law's my fault. Everything's my fault. So, okay. But no, to be clear, it's very different. And legally, again, now you're liable again. Again. Well, it's not my responsibility. Well, YouTube, expect an email shortly.